This is Peter. Peter is 12 years old and he is very spoiled. His parents buy him anything he wants every single time he asks. He only loves two things in this world: playing a Roblox game called Dandy's World and drinking a sweet juice called Capri Sun. He is completely addicted to this juice, and he forces his parents to buy him huge boxes of it every week. One day, Peter invited his two best friends over to his house. It was a boy and a girl, and they all sat in his bedroom to play Dandy's World together. If you do not know this game, it is a very scary game on Roblox where you play as Cartoon Toons and you have to run away from twisted monsters. You have to fix machines to escape and go to higher floors. Peter was totally obsessed with winning. They played for hours and they reached a very high floor. The game was getting super hard and the twisted monsters were chasing them everywhere. The heartbeat sound in the game was getting so loud and fast. Peter was screaming and telling his friends what to do. He was sweating, and his eyes were glued to the screen. But the girl got really scared of the monster, and she made a wrong move. Because of her mistake, the monsters caught them, and they lost the game instantly. Peter went completely crazy. He started screaming at the top of his lungs. He grabbed the girl's iPad from her hands and smashed it on the hard floor until the screen broke into 100 tiny pieces. The girl started crying super hard and yelled that she wanted her mom and dad to come get her right now. She asked Peter's mom to call her parents. Peter's mom heard the loud crying from downstairs and she ran up the stairs super fast. She opened the bedroom door and she froze in pure shock. She did not just see the broken iPad on the floor. She saw Peter sitting on top of the other boy, punching him in the face over and over again. Peter was hitting his friend so hard and so fast that Peter's own hands were covered in blood. The boy's face was completely bruised and bleeding. Peter was acting like a wild animal. But here's the crazy part that nobody knew. The boy did not even make them lose the game. The boy was actually trying to pull Peter away from the girl to protect her, but Peter was so lost in his anger in his Roblox game that he completely lost his mind. He looked at his best friend and thought he was one of the twisted monsters from Dandy's World. He was fighting his best friend like he was an enemy inside the video game. His mom screamed and pulled Peter away with all her strength. She kicked his friends out of the house and called their parents to say sorry. She was so angry at Peter that she punished him very hard. She took his iPad away for a whole month. For a whole month, Peter sat in his room completely alone. He had no games and no friends because they never wanted to speak to him or see him ever again. Day after day, he sat on his bed looking at the wall. He finally realized he was so wrong. He felt really bad, and he knew he ruined his friendships over a stupid video game. He cried and promised himself he would be a better person if he just got one more chance. A month passed, and the punishment was finally over. His mom walked into his room and gave him the iPad back. It was very late at night, and the whole house was dark and quiet. Everyone was sleeping fast, and nobody was awake except Peter. He was so excited to have his iPad back that he forgot all his promises to be a better person. He just wanted to play Dandy's World again. He opened the game and started playing by himself in the dark bedroom. He was so happy and so focused on the screen. After a while, he felt really thirsty, so he reached under his bed. He had a secret stash of Capri Sun hidden deep under his bed. He did not turn on the bedroom lights at all. He just grabbed a juice pouch in the dark, poked the straw inside, and started drinking. He kept playing the game, and he kept drinking the juice. Every time he finished a floor in the game, he drank another juice pouch. He drank 1, then he drank 5, then he drank 20. He was playing for 4 hours straight without stopping for a single second. He was so addicted to the screen that he drank around 55 pouches of juice in just 4 hours. He did not even taste what he was drinking because his eyes never left the bright screen. But the juice tasted a little bit sour and weird. Suddenly, after an hour, Peter felt a horrible pain in his stomach. It felt like a hot fire was burning inside his belly. He dropped the iPad on the bed and grabbed his stomach with both hands. He started sweating really bad and he felt super cold. He tried to take a deep breath, but he could not get enough air into his lungs. His chest was super tight and he felt very dizzy. Then he started coughing out of nowhere. He coughed so hard that something wet and warm came out of his mouth. He wiped his mouth in the dark and looked at his hand. The glow from the iPad screen showed that his hand was covered in dark red blood. Peter panicked and tried to stand up on his feet. He wanted to run to the door and scream for his mom to help him, but his legs were shaking too much and they gave up. He fell super hard on the bedroom floor. He could not walk at all, so he started crawling on his hands and knees, inch by inch toward the door. His stomach made a horrible sound, and he threw up a huge amount of blood all over the carpet. His body was shutting down fast, and he could not breathe. While he was crawling in the dark, he started seeing flashes of his entire life. He remembered the terrible day he hit his best friend. He remembered the girl crying and shaking. He felt so much pain and so much regret in his heart. He realized he wasted his entire life and lost his only true friends just for a stupid game. He wanted to say sorry to them so badly, but he knew it was too late. He reached out his shaking, bloody hand to grab the door handle, but he was too weak to open it. He threw up blood one last time, his eyes rolled back into his head, and he stopped moving forever. The next morning, his mom woke up and walked into his room to check on him. She screamed at the top of her lungs when she saw her son dead in a huge pool of dark blood on the floor. She fell to her knees crying, and then she looked under his bed. She saw 55 empty juice boxes scattered everywhere. And then she stopped crying, and her face turned pale with pure horror, because she realized something absolutely terrifying. Those were not new Capri Sun boxes. A month ago, she found out that this specific huge box of juice was expired. It had a massive hole in the bottom of the box, and it was completely filled with deadly black mold. She threw that exact box away in the outside garbage bags a month ago. Peter did not know the juice was toxic and full of mold. He had sneaked outside in the middle of the night a month ago and dug the juice out of the dirty trash. He thought his mom was just trying to hide his favorite drink from him as part of his punishment. He kept the moldy, rotten juice hidden under his bed for a whole month, and he drank 55 pouches of deadly black mold in the complete dark.